I've got some more maggots.
Knowing me, I'm going to try and keep it.
Oh, found fish! Careful. Oh! That was the first fish, alright? Yeah. Why are you going to say it?
Just keep getting in, you get what you get. Yeah, that's good. Some bugs are not rough.
First thing, they would love to fall in. They would love to take their shoes off. What they're doing is they're sampling invertebrates to find out if they can assess how healthy the creek ecosystem is. We measured the turbidity of the water to find out how clear the water is so that we can then make decisions around living things that we find. So they're likely to find caddisflies and damselflies, dragonflies, all in their larval stage, as well as there are going to be some higher order predators, things like little fish, some tadpoles that they're likely to find here as well in the samples. When we're conducting the sampling, it's always done using a scientific method. We've got procedures that we follow. We're asking them to repeat the process so that they can then make some arguments to support their findings.
Bucket probably picked up when it was filled. Whirligig beetles, bloodworm, a midgefly, some fly pupas, and some fly larvae, some whirligig beetle larvae, and we also had some water boatmen, some back swimmers, some beetle larvae, and a water strider. Not sure where he's gone now though.
I am looking for anything that's alive.
What we're going to build is a food web. The arrows show us which way the energy flows through the web. Now the energy comes originally from the sun. So that arrow is going to come down from the sun and it's going to come into what can turn sunlight energy into food? Plants. Plants, well done. So there's your first one. Sunlight gives its energy to algae. Thalgarrah was approached by the local high school to put together an ecology program for their Stage 4 students. The program not only looks at the ecology of the forest with 2 practicing scientists who are ecologists, forest ecologists. We also spend half the day down at the river looking at freshwater ecosystem down there. The outcome that we were chasing today during the fieldwork was to get an understanding of how different organisms interact in an ecosystem, whether that be a forest ecosystem or whether that be down at the river. Now sometimes living things interact with their non-living parts of that environment as well, so that's what makes an ecosystem an ecosystem. So you can learn a lot about ecosystems by studying books and staying in the classroom for that, but today's work out in the field was a great way to introduce students to the scientific method of how to conduct a fair test, how to conduct a science investigation out in the field. Sabina and Tim went step by step through all those processes, starting with a question. After a hypothesis, they looked at controlling variables, and also then through the magic of setting up beforehand, we were able to look at the results straight away of our 10-day experiment. Understanding how the science process works, how to perform a science investigation is going to be really important to your work, but understanding how science works is important for all of us to be critical thinkers. Today was a great example of what we do at Thalgarrah in terms of we were outside doing science, fully hands-on, investigating things, and sometimes for a lot of students that's when the light bulbs really come on. They start to understand a bit more about what they've done in class because they can see it really happening in that environment, whether that be the forest environment or whether it be down at the river. But to be able to see that firsthand and to be able to ask questions firsthand and answer them must be a plus in terms of student understanding.